So, you want to know if your neighbor can film what you're doing in your garage from inside his house? And the answer to that is probably yes. Hey everybody, it's the internet's favorite lawyer, and today we're talking about what we are and are not allowed to film, and we're talking about privacy. Generally speaking, you can film anything that you can see in public, taking place in public, from a place of public. But you can also film anything that you see taking place in public from a place of private. And you can also film things that are taking place in private if you are in a place of public, but you can also film things taking place in a place of private if you too are in a place of private. Now I know what you're saying, but Cody, he's on private property, he's in his own garage, like he's minding his business, and his neighbor's just being creepy. And to that I would say, how can your neighbor see you? Is your garage door open? If I was driving by on the street in front of your house, would I too be able to see it? If I was walking my dog on the sidewalk, would I too be able to see it? If I can see in your garage from a place of public, then what you are doing is in a public space. You own the property, you're allowed to do it there. No one can tell you that you can't do the thing that you're doing there, with very few exceptions, and we'll come to that later. But if I can see you doing it, then I'm allowed to film you doing it. If I can see you doing it from my house, then I'm allowed to film you doing it. If I can see into your living room window from my living room window, and you don't want me to see what it is that you're doing, then you need to get drapes. In fact, there's even a case in Georgia about a guy who used to come from work. He'd like to get naked, just walk around the house naked, and then he'd stand in front of this big bay window and sip his coffee naked. And people complained about it because they could see him. And the court ruled, dude, you're not allowed to do that. Because he's like, I'm in my own home, I can do what I want. I'm like, no, you can't, because you have no expectation of privacy when you know other people can see what it is that you're doing. All of this comes down to whether or not you have a reasonable expectation of privacy. And if you know that people can see into your garage, then you know that you don't have an expectation of privacy because others can see it. The same for your living room window. There's no real distinction between that and you and I walking through the park, because you know and I know and both of us know that other people can see what we're doing. So there's no expectation that others won't. And without an expectation of privacy, it's not private.